Yo, it's your boy, Big One, back with another workout with me video. It's a yoga video again. Yoga is so important to me and how I do things, especially when it comes to my physical capabilities and conditioning. So we're going to get right after it, man. Starting with some breaths, taking deep inhales through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose, and out through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Like I always say, you can either follow along or you can just watch, save it for later, see if it's something that interests you at another time. But no matter what, movement is everything. So here we're going to inhale, reach our arms up over our head. Exhale, twist to the left. Breathing here. And this is going to be somewhat of a yin yoga session, just in the sense that I do hold some of these positions for a little bit longer. But this was like a post-run yoga session that I did. So I was mostly just trying to stretch out those things from the run, and then also hit a couple digestion yoga poses in there as well, just to help with my digestion and getting everything out. So we're going to inhale back to center, arms over our head. If you feel so called, you can interlace your fingers. And then exhale, twist to the right. Holding it there. Deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can do in through the nose and out through the nose as well. That's typically what I try to do. It honestly helps me calm down more. If that works for you, do that. If not, definitely do it out your mouth. Don't hurt yourself. This is only to build ourselves, not to hurt ourselves. So inhale back to center. And we'll bring our arms back down to our sides. And next, we're going to put the bottom of our feet together for our butterfly pose. And what I did with this one is on my inhales, I brought my knees up, and then I exhaled on the way down. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Just like that. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. You're doing great. We're going to keep doing this for a little bit. Remember to breathe. Breath is everything. And now we're going to inhale, stretch our legs out. Exhale, bend over and grab our feet underneath for this turtle pose. And this is going to be a little bit of a longer hold, so be prepared for that. Get comfortable in the position. Allow your body to relax into the position. If you need to straighten out your legs a little bit more, bring them closer, do that. Whatever the case may be, just do what you need to be able to really set into this position. Breathing deep. Keep getting those breaths in, guys. The breath is everything. I'll always say that. I'll continuously say that. And now we're going to inhale and roll up. Straighten our legs. We'll point the toes back towards us. It's going to be a long hold, so get comfortable. You see me adjusting to make sure I'm comfortable. Reach those arms over your head. And roll forward, grabbing the toes, seated forward bend. Like I said, this is going to be a bit longer of a hold as well. So just make sure you're in a comfortable position. Get closer. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. This is a passive stretch, so you're allowed to bend at your back. You don't have to just go at your hips. Really feel it in your lower back of your legs, hamstrings, calves. Really feel it, but don't hurt yourself. Make sure there's not tension. Make sure there's tension, but not pain, all right? We don't want to hurt ourselves. Only do what you can right now. If you can only get to the ankles, get to the ankles. But you'll see that as you continue to breathe and set more into the position, you'll be able to get further and further down your legs. You'll actually see me do that at some point. If you're just watching, you're not joining me. Or if you're watching me so you can see if you're doing it right and things like that. If you continue to watch as I breathe deeply in and out, and my body can relax more, I'm able to reach down and grab a little bit more of my foot to the point where I actually grab my heels. You'll see as the video progresses. And that's from me actually breathing, because I guarantee you if I don't breathe or if I just drop down and try to do that off rip, grabbing my feet like the bottom of my heels, I'm not going to be able to, right? So you want to be able to set your body into the position and allow it to move more for you into the position that you would like it to without forcing it, without causing trauma on your body or hurting it, right? So we're going to just hold this position, breathing in deep, in and out. All right, we're going to roll up from that position. Left leg stays extended out, right leg stays extended out. Left foot on the inside of your thigh. Turn your upper body to face that right foot. And then we're going to roll over for head to knee pose. If you can actually get your head to your knee, perfect. Go ahead and do that. If you can't, it's okay. You can do what I do. We'll be more passive and roll your back as much as you can. This is where you'll see that I try to go further and further down my leg to give myself more of a stretch. Try to make sure you're squaring your body out with that right leg as well, just to make sure you're getting the ultimate stretch as far as hitting all the parts of the stretch that you can. Because even I notice sometimes when I'm not as squared with my right leg, I'm really stretching everything that can be stretched in the position. So we're going to hold this position. Look like I'm massaging my foot. Hey, you can massage your foot if you want to. This is a very relaxing yoga session. It is not supposed to be high intensity. It's definitely just to wind down. Like I said, I'm doing this post-run. You could be post-work, post-long shift, post your own workout session, whatever the case may be. And this should be a good one for you. So we're going to roll back up. And we're going to switch sides. Same thing, right foot inside of left thigh. Square that body with the left foot. And then we're going to roll over and grab that bad boy. Sorry if y'all heard that. I was scratching my head. Making sure we're getting those deep breaths. I know sometimes it can be hard to breathe, especially if you're doing this and you're new and it's a little bit more difficult for you, but the breath is very vital to your success in life, but also definitely in meditation and being able to do these postures. I would argue that the breath is actually what makes some of these postures a little bit more safe to do, just because if you're not breathing in them, you could really hurt yourself. Well, like I said, we're just grabbing that foot, breathing deep. If you can go lower, go lower. If you can't, you seen I kind of hesitated to go lower, but then I decided to. And that's just a good example of exactly what I'm talking about. Like, just trying it, but not hurting yourself in doing it. Just trying it and using your breath to guide you into a deeper position, instead of just trying to go for it without actually properly understanding your body in that moment. Because just because it doesn't feel like your body can, it probably can. You just have to breathe so it can feel comfortable with doing it, because your body gets worried for you, you know? Alrighty, so next up, we're going to straighten those legs back out, put the bottoms of the feet on the ground, scoot close to your heels, and roll down to your back. You're going to bring your shoulders underneath like your back and clasp your hands underneath your butt on the ground. We're going to lift our hips up, squeezing the knees towards each other for this bridge pose. This is going to be held for a good amount of time, but not super long, so I'm not going to consider this one of the longer ones, but it's just a nice one for the shoulders and strengthening the core, and the thighs and the hamstring and the quads. Sorry. Holding here, breathing deep. Remember to keep your breath. Try to keep it steady, either in and out through your nose or in and out through your mouth. The more important thing is to just keep it steady. If you need to breathe a little bit deeper in some moments, just for, like I said, the poses, that's fine. But just try to keep a steady pace, because the steadier pace, the more you're going to be able to maintain throughout the practice. All right, we're gonna roll back down. I'm going to put our left ankle over our right knee, and then pull the right knee in for this figure four. There's going to be a little bit longer of a hold, so just prepare for that. If you need to get a little bit more comfortable, do whatever you need to do, but this is going to be a longer hold. And you want to just bring that right knee in, not to pain, just to tension, and just hold it there. You want to flex both ankles up. You want to flex them towards you, and just hold that position, man. Using your hands, it helps to keep that leg in the same position, and it helps you better feel how far you can go or how much you need to let off. So definitely use your hand to guide you, but just take those deep breaths, guys. Let's do it. Alrighty, just a couple more breaths here, and then we'll release on the next inhale. Bring both feet back down to the ground, and we're going to switch sides. Same thing, figure four, bringing the leg back, hands underneath, grabbing that hamstring, grabbing that thigh, pulling as much as you can without hurting yourself, trying to keep your back on the ground, and just breathing in and out through your nose, in and out through your mouth, keeping that steady pace. Only a couple more breaths here. And now next inhale, we're going to release, bringing those feet back down to the ground. Actually, we're going to hop up and move over onto our bellies. Take your time getting there. You see I am. Looking like an old ass nigga. But this is like a calm yoga session, like I said, a relaxing one. So don't rush through any of this. Don't feel like you have to be rushed, none of that. But we're going to bring our left knee up in line with our hip. We're going to stay here for a little bit, but it's not going to be a super long hold. We're just holding it for a little bit, opening up that hip a little bit more before we move into our next position. Breathing deep. You can rest your forehead against your hands or on the ground, whatever's comfortable for you. And then slowly and carefully, we're going to lift up, bring our right hand underneath our torso, grabbing the left knee underneath us, twisting back onto our backs for the supine twist. And this is going to be a good amount of a time hold. This is a good position to activate the digestive system while also getting a good stretch and good spinal movement. Spinal movement is very important for mobility. Of course, your spine is literally everything for your body. But we're just going to be holding it here, taking deep breaths. You can cactus the other arm or just have it extended out straight next to you. Try to get your shoulders to the ground, but it's okay if you can't. Same thing with your knee. It's okay if you can't either, though. Do not force it. Do not hurt yourself. You can put a pillow or a block underneath and rest them on top of there so it can be a little bit more of a passive stretch and you're not actually actively doing anything. You could also look to the right if you would like, but completely up to you. Just taking deep breaths here. Alright, so now we're going to move out of that position. Rolling back up onto our stomachs. And like I said before, be relaxed, be calm, do not rush through this. It is okay to go slow. Take it slow. Wind down. You feel me? And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to slide that left knee up. Or right knee. Right knee, my bad. And deep breathe. Just opening up that hip. Just having it at our hip on the other side at a 90-degree angle. Just breathing deep. And then on your next inhale, we're going to roll over, reach that hand underneath, grabbing our left knee. Was that right? Damn. Sorry, guys. I be getting mixed up. Yeah, grabbing our left knee. That's what I thought. Roll over, stretch it out the same way. Supine twist. Holding it there. Breathing deep. You're doing great. Remember to keep breathing, guys. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. In and out. If you feel so called, deeply breathe in and out. I was during my session, because those deeper inhales and exhales allow you to be more relaxed. And here we're going to release that hold, roll back over onto our stomachs. And now we're going to grab our left foot with both of our hands behind you. Get this on the ground quad stretch. I'm pretty sure there's a name for this stretch, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So we're just going to call it a quad stretch. Just pulling that foot as far back as you can. If you can reach your buttocks, your gluteus maximus, then you put it on there and you pull it, you hold it. If not, it's all good. Just get it to where you can. Still breathing deep. And we're going to release. Then we're going to lift our chest off the ground, clasping the hands behind you, rolling your shoulders back. We're going to hit a sciatic stretch, hitting that sciatic nerve in our back, strengthening our back, stretching our back. I always try to get stuff with the spine in my sessions just because of how important the spine is. Spine is like the brain of the body in a way. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I don't care. But then we release and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, of course. Grabbing that right foot with both hands, bringing it as far as we can to tension, not pain. And then we release that foot. And we're going to roll up. Just the top half of our body, just getting that chest off the ground, grabbing the arms behind us, same thing. I think this is like a Superman or like a half Superman, something like that. I'm not sure. It helps stretch out like your upper body and then also your back. We're holding it here, breathing. And then we're going to come down to our chest. And we're going to release and move into puppy pose. Hips up, knees on the ground. Allowing your arms and your shoulders to really get a stretch here. Your obliques, I believe they're what they're called. I don't remember exactly. I gotta brush up on my vocab. But nevertheless, puppy pose is a really good pose for the hips and for the upper body. So definitely a nice pose. Gonna be holding it here. Keep that breath going. I know you just stopped. Keep breathing. All right, now your next breath, you're going to roll all the way through the vertebrae in your back, up, onto hands and knees, and then we're going to float back to a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the knees a little bit to waist length of your mat, hips as close to the heels as you can get them, shoulders, head going to the ground, pushing down those arms so you can get more of a stretch in your shoulders. And this is going to be a long hold, so make sure you're comfortable. If you need to get a pillow for underneath your hips, do that. But we're holding here. Keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, if that's what you're doing. All right, on your next inhale, we're going to roll up. Back onto our backs. Get there however you feel. Just make sure you're relaxed and doing it. Do not rush. This is not something to be rushed. We are here enjoying our time together and with ourselves in this moment. So do not feel like you have to be zooming through this shit or doing anything that is uncomfortable. All right? And now we're going to put our legs up, 90-degree angle at the knee, aligned over the hips, crossing our left over our right. And we're going to scooch our hips over a little bit just so we can get comfortable and let those legs fall over to the right, and we're going to hold it there. If you want to use your left hand to go on top of those legs to give it a little bit more of a push down. You don't have to force it down, but just giving it a little bit more weight to sit on top of it to allow them to really get deep into the stretch and the twist, then do that. If not, bring a pillow. If your knees don't even touch the ground, bring a pillow underneath them so you can still be comfortable. Again, comfort is more important than anything else in this session, so please be comfortable in whatever you do, and please know your limits. And your limits are important, all right? Breathe in deep. Breathe in steady. And on your next in breath, we're going to bring those knees back up to that 90, unravel them, scooch back to the middle, and then we're going to switch sides, do the same thing on the other side. Right over the left, fall over to the left. Hold it here and breathe in deep. Make sure you're comfortable. If you need a pillow, like I said before, underneath your shoulder, underneath your leg, even underneath your hips, just to give you a little bit more comfort on top of your hip, do whatever you need to do, all right? Just make sure you're safe, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're enjoying this. This is to be enjoyed. This is you showing your body the ultimate love right now. So make sure you're loving your body and not beating your body up. Alrighty. And on your next breath, we're going to bring those legs back up and unravel one more time. Scooch back over, get comfortable, get centered. And then we're going to bring our knees to our chest, roll ourselves into a little ball, and we're going to hold here. Just breathing into your legs. Bring your head up off the ground, put it in between your knees, and really just squeezing the legs down, squeezing your arms. Really get into a ball, be tight. If you can't hold your breath for this, or you can breathe, if you want to hold your breath, it'll be a nice release once you come down into Shavasana, just like that, right? Taking up as much space, palms facing up, hands at your sides. And we're going to breathe here. And if you're seeing my cat's face, it's because the video cut out on me. But you can stay in Shavasana if you would like. Or you can release, get up, sit up in a sitting position. In an easy seat. And we're going to inhale, bring our hands over our head. Exhale, down to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you guys. I love the support that you show on the channel and shown me so far. And I hope that we can continue to grow and be everything we can be together. Peace. Love and eternal life. See what I did there? Gotcha.